Welcome to Two of These People Are Lying, a game show talking about what you've just learnt and lying about everything else. My name's Joe, and this week I've collected another 3 guests looking for a chaser of truth after 2 shots of lies. First up, fresh back from seeing Porter Robinson live in Glasgow, it's Twitch streamer Sonbons.
Hey, thank you for having us.
And second up, fresh back from a trip to Glasgow to see Porter Robinson live, regular guest star on Sonbons stream, Anth.
Hi, Joseph.
And fresh off the train from his trip to see Porter Robinson live in Glasgow, it's Coxy. Oh.
Hello.
It's good to see you. I can't remember the last time I seen you all together.
I think it might have been when we met up with you, Porter Robinson in Glasgow, mate.
In Glasgow, mate, aye?
Yeah, when we saw Porter Robinson.
We got the train now, I think.
That might have been it, aye. Aye.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I held your cock at the urinal, remember?
So, to say you learn something new every day, I'm going to ask you, have you learned anything fun this week?
Fun fact, the air that contains the smell of off milk or spoiled milk is heavier and denser than regular air.
Yeah, that
But
makes
what is
sense.
the smell? What is the smell?
What is the smell?
Off milk?
It'd
Just
be like-
spoiled milk?
It'd be like particulates of like, because it's actually physical particulates in the air that you smell, right? That's what sets off your olfactory, olfactory sensor.
That's why when you smell a fart, like you basically
It's poo.
snorting someone's shit.
You're sniffing. You are literally shitting yourself.
I found out a story about a man who used to dress up as a ninja and burgle people's houses. He was like terrorizing the neighborhood. He did 250 break-ins, and when they finally caught him, he was a 74-year-old man. And they were like,
Whoa.
why are you doing this? And he was like, I'm sick of working. It's shit. And I was like,
Where was this?
Japan?
I was going to say, was it Japan? 74-year-old still working, has to be Japan, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's
That's
like
actually
actually on
mental.
The Sims, because on The Sims you can have a burglar career. What an aspiration.
Career.
Also, I've just noticed in your background, Joe.
What?
Ainsley
Ainsley
Harriet.
Yeah. How this game works is that one of us will be selected to sit out for a little bit, and the remaining players will each read a unique article from Wikipedia. After the players have read their articles, the articles will be put into a hat, and one of those 3 is drawn by our 4th player. Every player must then tell us what that article is about, but only one of them knows the truth. The truther will have to recite what they've only just read, the other 2 will have to bluff and lie their way through it. I'll take the first go. The article is Maurian Hansen. Maurian Hansen. Coxy, who's Maurian Hansen?
Maurian Hansen he's dead.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah, no, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Just that'll do. Anth.
Marian Hansen is a is he Swedish? Can't remember. He's a race bike dude, and he did die. He is dead. He died in 1995, actually.
Sonia, Maurian Hansen.
Maurian Hansen is an Irish politician.
Okay,
Or
and
was
Coxy,
an
sorry.
Irish politician.
Who is Maurian Hansen?
Speedway Championship.
Speedway.
Of the
So
Of the world.
Maurian Hansen, dead Speedway champion of the world.
Yep.
Or Maurian Hansen, dead Swedish speed bike
I don't think he
champion.
was Swedish. It doesn't sound like a Swedish name to me. I'm gonna
Well,
go
so
with,
it wasn't his real name. It wasn't his real
I'm
name,
gonna go
though.
with Danish.
You can
And
no.
someone who said Swedish, Coxy, you can't question him.
But I'm saying he's from Denmark.
Oh,
Have you forgotten how to play?
No, not at all.
No, that doesn't sound Swedish to me.
Anth said Swedish, I believe. Follow up to Sonia to give them 2 a chance to just have a think.
No longer a politician, still alive, was heavily involved with the gay rights movement that happened in Ireland.
I'm going to come back around to Anth.
Yeah.
Maurian Hansen.
He became famous because he was the person who got the fastest time in the Speedway World Championships.
Coxy. What vehicle was it?
The bikes.
Type the bikes as well.
The
See
bikes.
both.
No, yeah. Anything else?
How
I've got tons of knowledge in here.
I mean,
Just birth to note. I think I did read that he was in World War II, but didn't take him out. The Germans couldn't get him.
Because he was too fast, I would presume.
Too fast, you know.
Is it an Irish politician? Is it a speed bike champion from Sweden? Or is it a speed bike champion from Denmark who was also in World War II? I think Sonia's telling the truth, if I'm honest.
I regret to inform you, it is not myself.
Fuck off.
I am a liar.
The reality of it being one of these two is really upsetting. I really hope it's Anth.
I can neither confirm nor deny. Because, yes, I was telling the truth, but also he wasn't Swedish, he was Danish. I messed up. But I was telling the truth.
So, Coxy.
What?
What a liar. Liar. Liar.
That's the article I submitted, Maureen Hansen.
What?
Oh.
You both submitted the same article?
I got Maureen Hansen as mine.
That's what the guesser has to read out.
Oh.
So
I see.
have you Googled the name?
Right, since he made a right bollock up of the first round, Anth can ask us all some questions. Over to you, mate.
So, Walter, Shirley. All right then, folks. What am I going to pick on? I'm going to pick on Coxy first because you're the first one on my screen. So you go for it, mate. Can you tell me what that is? Who that is?
What do you mean, what or who? It is who, indeed. This is an English gentleman who was unfortunately named twice by mistake at birth, apparently.
All right, okay, Sonia?
Walter Shirley is actually a jazz musician from America.
Cool. Joel?
Walter Shirley is American, but he designs roller coasters.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to dig into that a bit more. What type of roller coasters?
So these are the kind of old style roller coasters you could disassemble and sell to a theme park, especially ones that you could travel on the road with in like at the back of a flatbed or something. It could be reassembled at the other end.
Cool. All right. Coxy, tell me about this person who's been misnamed. Shirley.
So he's long gone, just many years ago. He was actually an English barrister.
Right. Okay. In what country?
England.
Okay.
Yeah. English
right.
barrister in England.
Sonia? Tell me more about this jazz man.
Yeah, so he was, just like Coxy said, he is long gone, but he rose to fame in the 1940s for smooth jazz, and he was a trombonist.
They make any jazz bangers?
Sorry?
Did they make any jazz bangers, you know, like any big hits?
There's probably names on there, but they've got names like Don't Shake My Cat on My Cake, Hunbun, and like shit like that, right? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think I know that one.
It's that one that goes like...
See, so you do know him?
I want to know a little bit more about this politician barrister. Whereabouts was he from in England then?
Oxford.
Cool. Roller coasters that you can pack up and sell away, basically, as you've said. Where was he active in terms of his roller coaster making and designing?
He's notable because he sold a roller coaster to Adventure Park in New Jersey, but this roller coaster was like cursed. It was constantly breaking down and it almost cost him his business.
Yeah, I'm going to take a stab. I think that Sonia might have been telling the truth on this one.
Wait, I must just be like a good liar. Like, it's
You're
not
joking.
me. No, I made that song up.
Did you? What a shock.
No, it wasn't me. I'm interested to know who it was. I'd love to know if he's from Oxford.
Joe, maybe?
Adventure Park is a very famous New Jersey theme park that had a lot of problems and a lot of lawsuits. Walter Shirley had nothing to do with it.
Wow.
No, Coxy, you're telling the truth.
I've just pulled it up and I was telling the truth, apart from he was from Doncaster. But he studied in Oxford, so I kind of got that wrong.
It was the fact that you made it look like you'd guessed Oxford. You were like, Oxford.
I remember reading Oxford and just being like,
It's like that's
you.
twice in a row now where it's like everything you've said has been factually correct, but you just sound like you just throwing it out and fucking seeing what sticks.
Yeah, I've learned from my past mistakes, you see.
next person who's going to interrogate us all is Coxy.
So this article is 2NE1. So number 2, November Echo, number 1.
Right.
Everybody got that?
Got it.
Yes,
Okay.
boss.
Anth first, because he's in the top left. And then I'm going to go clockwise.
21 is a Korean pop group.
Joe?
It's actually a local community organisation in Newcastle.
Sonia?
It is a national charity that was set up to offer support to people who have lost loved ones.
What type of music do they do, Anth?
Well, the Korean pop group, so they do K-pop. It's an all-female band.
Can you sing us a song?
I don't speak Korean, but no, I can't do that.
Can you just...
This is pro bono work, like.
Oh yeah, no one's getting paid.
All right.
I want to speak to HR. I want to speak to Karen in HR. It'd be so funny if you just like turn around with a wig.
When was this Newcastle-based community thing
Community
established?
outreach. It was at the turn of the millennium when there was a lot of public investing happening, and it was obviously based in central Newcastle, NE1, helping social mobility in kids so that you could turn into NE1.
Sonia, anything?
So yeah, it was set up predominantly for sort of older generation. It was connected to Age UK, kind of similar to what Joe was saying, but the emphasis was more on those who'd lost loved ones and were socially isolated as a result. And the name was that it was available to anyone.
So the name's 2NE1 because it reaches out to anyone.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a bold name, isn't it? Considering like it's quite hip.
Do they need to understand it and know what it does?
Yeah. Does it?
Well, tell that to Uber. Like, Uber doesn't sound like a taxi.
I've never went to Uvu Java.
How many people are in this K-pop band?
4.
How many women? 4.
Four women.
Oh, okay.
4 women.
I don't believe it's you.
Rude.
You don't believe it's him because there's 4 women in the group.
Because there's 4 women. Wow.
Yeah,
That's say more about you than me.
Don't K-pop bands have like 20 members in that, man? Did I ask you when it was founded?
No,
Or did you
and
tell us that?
I didn't tell you that, and I unfortunately don't know the answer. It had 19. It was in the 19s, but
it's still going now, strong, is it?
I believe so. I'd like to hope so. They do only
This
have
is
4
tough one.
call handlers, though.
Oh, wait, you don't know when they were founded or if they're still going, but they still have, they have 4 core handlers.
Is
Yeah,
it,
they're all Korean women.
All right, I'm gonna say that Joe is telling the truth.
I'm not going to dance around it, but fucking hell.
Ah, shit. It's Anthony, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can it be? No, it's not possible.
4 women.
4 women in a
4
K-pop
women?
band.
It's not you. 4
literally-
women.
Last but not least, Sonia, can you read out the last article for us, please?
I can indeed. The last article is Common Reporting Standard. I'm actually going to go to you first, Joe.
This was a measure brought into the education system to stop teachers from dishing out corporal punishment.
Right. Okay, so back in the day.
The slipper
When-
days.
Okay, the ruler on the knuckles days,
Aye,
yeah.
aye, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, bring it back.
What else on you?
I'm going to go to you next.
Is about a standard for sharing financial information with other companies and countries.
And Coxy, last but not least.
It's like, do you know when you have massive groups of reporters, there's a standard that they have to abide to, because before this common reporting standard came into effect, it used to just be like a frenzy and everyone jumping on top of each other and shit. But it's more of just like a rule that is followed when you become a reporter, right? Because it came about in the 50s when obviously like Hollywood like started booming, and you had all the reporters running around with the hats and the little cards and that, like trying to punch people in that. And then,
So did you say there, or are you implying that it was an American thing?
but I mean, because that was where like the media and like Hollywood started to sprout from.
Okay.
I just like the idea that they were punching people like nearly at random.
Well, punch
Get
each
to the
other.
presses! Fuck you, Jimmy!
My
Stop the
pictures,
presses, literally.
You tell me more about the financial systems.
They have a thing called the automatic exchange of information. That is a way for countries to share information with other countries. They're trying to standardize it now.
And it's a way of standardizing the information that is shared.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
And they're trying to move to digital because, trying to save the planet and trying to cut like letters and ye old faxes and phone calls and stuff. They're trying to do it now digitally.
A telephone's bad for the environment.
But it wastes time. Like people's time, doesn't it? So
time is
that's bad. That's bad.
Time is money. Time is money. Corporal punishment. So
Yeah.
are we in England for this? Is it the English school systems? Yeah.
Focused on the children as to not make it seem like the teachers or the teachers' unions were at fault. So like if a student was acting up, this is what you do next. If a student got to a point where it had been brayed, you had to be able to say like, I followed the common reporting standard. And it meant that the schools had a course to reprimand the teachers as well, but that was like kind of underhanded. So they were trying to rein in the capital punishment by giving the teachers a framework to discipline students that was like non-violent.
It seems abusable, doesn't it? Like they could just pretend they followed the framework and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you all the same question now, but a ballpark of when this standard came into play.
1978.
Early 50s.
Been around for quite a long time, just in a different guise.
Coxy, was there a reason it came into play? What was there a specific event that led to this policy, this standard having to be made?
I remember actually, if you let me feel this one, Coxy, there was a huge brawl outside a Dan's Chinese Theatre in Hollywood. Loads of journalists just rocked up and started beating the shit out of everyone.
No,
whipping their little cards at people.
Was that when those 4 Korean women from that?
it was more to do with there's too many kind of needless police reports being made with reporters fighting each other.
So the standard is basically for reporters not to deck each other, ultimately.
Yeah.
And Joe, was there a specific thing? Like what led to them needing to put this reporting system in place?
And in the class one day, a load of reporters burst in through the window.
Were they all like lifting their caps like, hoi, 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 punch?
It's my story. Fuck off.
See?
No, there was no specific incident. It had been an ongoing problem in classrooms for forever. To be honest, it was probably the generation that suffered it the most, growing up and becoming lawmakers and going, we're shutting that shit down.
Sounds the most plausible. And I think that the fact that it's such a vague name, like Common Reporting Standard, for that to be applied globally makes sense. Why would it have like someone's spin on it? It should sound like something that covers all areas. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like I'm going to hate myself if I find out it's Joe. Because I feel like statistically it makes sense for it to be Joe, but I just feel like answer makes the most sense. So, final answer. Anth, is it you?
Cow.
Yes, it's me. Yes, get in. That was well played, Joe. You nearly had us. It wasn't Coxy because of... I mean, I know I went to uni to do journalism in England, but stuff like that just doesn't exist.
It was just so good. Just like stop them fighting each other for stories. I was like, that's never stopped. But it was
like the levels they are allowed to pester the general public, but they've got a gentleman's agreement to not punch each other. It makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense.
I love that you said it makes perfect sense, but it doesn't exist.
It might exist.
Defending it to your last breath.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of this week's show, and what a journey that's been. Thanks guys for coming on. It's been absolutely fantastic. Hope you've had fun.
Thanks for having us.
Great.
Sonia, where can people find you?
Usually at home, but sometimes I'm at work.
Cool.
on a Friday and a Saturday, you'll find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Sombons. Link in the lovely description below, hopefully. You might meet some other people from your screen in that stream. Play indie horror games every Friday. Play quite a bit of Dead by Daylight now. That's about it for me.
Cool. Anth, you got anything going on? Where can people find you?
You can't find me unless you find me at the McDonald's in the stalls. Look for the hole. So sorry. Oh, dear me.
Gone. He's just gone.
He's just pulled his plug. He's just like, I'm
Aye.
out.
Hit the power.
Okay. Fucking hell, Anth. Anything serious you'd like to plug, or is that it?
No,
Okay, great.
just I've got a good tongue game.
Fucking hell. Coxy, anything from you, mate?
No, I don't do anything interesting.
Okay, well, fucking hell, right. That's the end of this week's episode. Might be the end of the channel, who knows? We'll see how this goes. Anyway, everyone say bye and wave while I play the outro music.
Bye
Goodbye.
and wave.
Hi, YouTube!
Hi YouTube, what's up? It's me, your boy. Skinny penis. Yeah. I've got a Fast and Furious car with an actual Lego Paul Walker that I got specifically to annoy Coxy. He hates Paul Walker.
Fuck that cunt.
Oh, okay.
Trumpets.
Oh, my moustache is tickling my nose.
My pubes are tickling me asshole. Have you heard of Greg's? No. So shut up. Oh, where did you get that from?
Oh.
Oh, I've got no pop.
I have.
Where?
In the fridge, Dev.
Get at least one clip of Anth saying my bussy.
Okay, here it is. My bussy.
Get on that ball.
Yeah.
He was still acting a shit, so I just started like burning his legs with a wooden stick.
Bring it back.
The good old days.
I'm gonna slip a nip at the ball. I'm actually gonna quickly Google when capital punishment stopped in schools.
I'm gonna quickly Google how to bring it back. Fuck hell.
Specifically, 4 Korean women do it.
Oh my god. Paris Brittany, and who's that on the end?
Lindsay Lohan.